So there guys, so hindi ako nakapag-live kasi naka-duty ako today. Nandito yung aking mahal, si Atia. But I wrote my takeaways here from the workshop. It's a free workshop from Jay Shetty. If you know Jay Shetty, he's a monk. So he's really awesome when it comes to giving advices and life lessons, yeah, that you can learn. This thing that I wrote here, there are a lot of tips that you can take, but I'm not saying you do all of this. Maybe you can just pick one and try to do one of the tips that I got from Jay Shetty. And you know what? When I was actually I wasn't able to attend the live broadcast because it was 10 a.m. in LA and that's 1 a.m. here in the Philippines. So I was already sleeping that time. So I watched the replay, and really I was shocked, and there's a lot of aha moments for me. So I'm gonna start here. I hope you learned something as well. So I wrote 3 pages. I don't have good penmanship, so I'm so sorry about that. But this is day one of our workshop, and the first thing that maybe you might want to say it to yourself as well. Can you say it with me? I am exactly where I am meant to be. Because there's a lot of us, we think that we are being left behind because we're seeing our friends, relatives, people close to us, doing their thing. But like what I've always telling you guys, we have our own race, right? So once again, you can repeat after me. I am exactly where I am meant to be. All right. So, uh, how many or have how long have you been ignoring yourself? Because this is all about ourselves. How long have you been putting yourself on not your top priority? You always putting yourself not the top one, maybe the second priority, or mostly we're putting ourselves on on our last priority because we're prioritizing our family, our friends, and other people, right? So um, uh, it's like, what's your purpose? What's your calling? Have you ever wondered what's your purpose in life? In life, what's your calling? Um, in this session, he mentioned that a lot of people now are thinking of their New Year's resolution for 2023. And this is just half mid-year of 2022. But the good news is, even though it's already June, you can still create your New Year's resolution and make the remaining part of 2022 a big year for you. All right. So it's okay if you don't want to finish this video. Don't feel guilty about it, because guilt blocks growth. Really, it is, because you will feel like you're guilty about it, and then you will not continue on doing something. It will just block your growth. So remove that guilt in your heart and in your mind. All right. So the first thing that we did was, it was really awesome. He guided us on how to do a meditation. I was actually doing sometimes, not most of the time, but when I feel sad and I feel, you know, not in the mood, I sometimes meditate, and it's really good for your soul, for my soul. Really, it is really good. You might want to try that sometimes. And then he asked us to breathe in from your nose, deep breath, and then breathe out from your mouth. And you just need to make sure that you're feeling the air flowing through your nostrils and then going out from your mouth, feeling your lips should feel the air coming out. You need to be at peace, and then it's not easy, because our mind is lingering. But just in case, you can listen to meditation music, and then if, for example, your mind linger, just slowly back into the center, And then try to repeat this three sentences. Just say to yourself, I am present with myself. That's the first one. So when you breathe in and then breathe out and then tell to yourself, I am present. I am present rather with myself. And then I invest in myself, and myself is a priority in my life. Wow, it's so cool. It's like you're focusing on yourself, right? Self love, right? And what I felt during that meditation, it's very calming, and it felt like I am connected to myself, and it felt awesome. The feeling is great, you know. So I suggest you might want to do that as well. And then here he said also that our life is made by decision. According to the study, 40% of the decision that we are making are really not a decision. It's actually a habit, you know, because you're always doing that, and sometimes it just comes out from your mind. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. This is my decision now. So it is becoming your habit, right? Now you most of the time you were thinking about the quick fix, but have you ever think about the quality of your life? Quality of life doesn't mean you have the material things, all right? The quality of our life is actually based on our decision, and according to him, I really I'm my penmanship is not really good. I can't even read my own penmanship. So according to him, 40% of our decision is based on the habit. So it becomes automatic. When there's something is going on around us, automatic, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Right? This is the process because you've been doing that since when you were young, right? So he taught us that for you to create a good habit, you should be intentional. There you go. Intentional. Kailangan may intention ka. You know, when you're making a decision, huwag kang gumawa na something like, okay, okay na to. You have to have that intention for you to make that decision. What will be the outcome if I will do this? What will be the impact to myself if I will do this, if I will decide on this? So, also here, he said that um, nowadays there is one important thing that this is very powerful yet underrated and underestimated. This is a habit that we are not putting more attention to, you know. And you know what is that? Sleep. How many of you getting enough sleep? Proper sleep, right? So this is the workshop already, right? So I'm done with his introduction. So this is where the workshop flows. So he said also that not getting enough sleep affect our body. It changes what our body wants, what our body's craving for. Like for example, we slept like 4 a.m. in the morning, and then we woke up like 8 or 9 in the morning. So the craving of our body changes. Instead of looking for a nutritious food, we're craving for soda, for ice cream, for something sweet, for something basically not healthy. So it changes, it ruins our day as well. You know, it ruins our day, and it affect also our diet. Not only the diet, but also when you're working out, it also affect your day. Because for example, me, I'm guilty. Pagka puyat ako, the next day, I feel like I'm sleepy. So procrastination. Bukas na ako mag-workout. Diba? So, yun yung nangyayari sa atin. But a good sleep change the way that we think. A good sleep change the way that we decide kasi mas nakapahinga yung head natin, yung brain natin. And most importantly, a good sleep change the way you love. Diba? So the study also tells us that poor sleep gives poor performance in our daily life diet, in our daily decision, life decision as well. Kasi nga hindi tayo makapag-isip na maayos. So it affects the decision. Kasi nga irritable tayo kapag kulang tayo sa tulog. Hindi tayo magalit. Nagising tayo, oh my gosh. Traffic mamaya sa trabaho. Bad trip ka na. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. So it affect our life decisions. So Jay Shetty gave us some tips wherein we can improve our sleeping pattern. So the first one is expose yourself to sunlight throughout the day. Ba't yan? Matutulog tapos palalabasin mo kami ng umaga. Anong connection nun? Kasi we have what we called here the circadian rhythm. May natutunan din ako eh. So, I hope natutunan nyo rin yun, di ba? So, expose yourself to sunlight throughout the day, to the brightness. It's how we spend our day. 90% of us kasi we spend it indoors, especially when you're working at home. Especially now, there's a lot of work at home, right? So, usually we stay at home or sometimes in office, di ba? When we go to our office, we're breathing artificial air because of the AC, right? Artificial sunlight because of mga ilaw lang naman yun nandyan, di ba? So, expose yourself. Just try like a couple of hours staying outside kahit gloomy yung panahon, iba pa rin yung natural light. Okay? So, before, yung circadian, if I'm not mistaken, circadian rhythm, ginagamit niya ng mga unang tao noong panahon. We only have the sun and the moon, like the song, the sun and the moon before technology came. So the people before, when it is daytime, there's the sun, so that's the time for them to work. And pag dumilim na, that's the time for them to take some rest and go to sleep. But ngayon, baliktad na kasi. There are some people na yung gabi, yun yung araw nila, yung araw yun ang gabi nila. So, tendency, hindi talaga tayo nakakakuha ng good sunlight. Alright, so, we are losing the Scandinavian rhythm. Nabubulo talaga ako bago kasi yung word sa akin. But, how can you change that? Since Jay Shetty is a monk, so, sanay talaga sila sa meditation. And ako, honestly, ang ganda na nabibigay sa akin ng meditation. You know what, sometimes when I go to sleep, I also listen to meditation music. And kahit 5 minutes lang in the morning, I do meditation. And it really makes me feel good. Nawawala yung negative energy. So, you can do also yoga. I tried doing yoga, twice pa lang ko siyang nagagawa. Kahit na for beginner, hindi siya ganun kadali. Akala mo lang madali yung mga positions niya, pero hindi. Pero it also brings good energy. Yun yung na-notice ko when I did a couple of yoga. Partida, hindi ko pa siya ginawa ng umaga. Ginawa ko siya na medyo hapon after my chores. So, usually kasi, I do my workout after my chores talaga. So, maybe I can, try, and maybe kayo din, pwede nyo siyang i-try ng ganong araw, or early in the morning. Because, yoga improves your sleep time. Alright? It gives you a good daytime energy. Alright? And then, study shows also that by doing yoga and meditation in the morning, there's an 83% improvement sa life ng mga tao na gumagawa nun. So, wow, diba? That's a huge chunk. Out of 100%, you got 83% improvement for your daytime energy. How good's that, alright? And then, tip number 2 is, kala natin wala lang, no? Tip number 2 is, bed temperature. So, akala natin, wala lang siyang nabibigay na sa atin, wala siyang Wala lang yun. Kasi nga, mostly talaga is nababaliwala natin talaga yung mga ganong bagay. 'Di ba? So, bed temperature, the bed and the body temperature affect our sleep. You know, di ba minsan, pag sobrang lamig, you can't sleep, right? Sometimes naman, if it's too cold, you can't sleep as well. Di ba? You need to check also the room temperature, the bed temperature. According to him, at first you can do like 70%, 70 Fahrenheit, and then maybe you can lower it down to 69, 68, 67, 20 degrees Celsius, right, in the Philippines, because we don't use Fahrenheit, right? And then, just be resourceful. Uy, wala akong AC. Wala naman, hindi mo lahat ng tao may AC. Diba? But maybe what you can do is, ako, personally, I let my door open. Nakabukas lang yung door ko. Siguro, also, ang igagawin ko improvement yung bintana rin, hindi ko masyado siyang isasara. You know, then, just make sure before you enter the room, okay na yung temperature ng room ninyo. Not too hot, not too cold. Okay? So, eto na, sobrang na-underestimate kasi natin yung bedroom natin eh. And, kaya nagkakaroon tayo ng confusion. Diba? Minsan kasi, bedroom, nagiging kainan. Bedroom, nandun yung TV, doon kayo nanonood. Tapos, sala, sa couch, doon kayo natutulog. Sa kitchen, minsan, nandun, nag-work ka. Diba? So, nagkakaroon tayo ng mixes sa energy. Diba? Sa dining area, minsan, hindi naman tayo doon kumakain. Diba? Minsan, sa harap ng TV. Yung mga ganun. So, yung body natin, yung rhythm ng katawan natin, nababago. Parang, this is for bed. How come I'm eating here? 'Di ba? Tapos today daw we are, kumbaga parang another way for you to have a good day to start is when you wake up. Ako ito, ginagawa ko talaga to in the morning. Hindi kumakatok sa Atia. So, ito ginagawa ko talaga to in the morning. When you wake up in the morning, as soon as you open your eyes, I thank Him talaga. Thank you, Lord. Why pa pala ako, diba? Another day for me. And then I have my Tikarta Bible sa phone ko. It's an app. You can download it. Tikarta Bible. So, meron doon daily scripture. So, binabasa ko talaga siya every day. Though hindi ko naiintindihan lahat ng mga scriptures na nandun, but at least, alam mo yun na somehow, it gives you a good energy na, diba? Parang, parang nagbibigay siya ng positive vibe sa'yo, di ba? So, ganun siya. And, of course, yung, sandali lang ha. So, yun, balik tayo. So, paano nakaka-affect yung paggising mo sa umaga, mag-thank you ka, being grateful. Just give you are attracting good energy. You know, your good energy. Pagising mo sa umaga, nagpapasalamat ka agad, which is supposed to be, dapat ganun talaga ginagawa natin, di ba? We should be thanking Him first thing in the morning. Di ba? Kasi ibig sabihin, you are being given another life. Because God is not yet done with you. Meron pa siyang plan for you. So, be thankful about that. Alright? So, eto, balik lang ako doon sa mixes of energy kasi, yun nga, na-underestimate natin yung bedroom eh. So, minsan kung ano-ano lang ginagawa natin, minsan natutulog ka na lang sa slouch. Sa couch. Di ba, nakatutulog ka sa couch kasi sobrang pagod ng katawan mo. So, now, yung location, maniwala kayo dito, ako nga di ko in-expect yun. May energy pala sa bawat location. At meron tayong tinatawag na yung time, may memory siya. So, this one, it makes things easier pala kapag nasa proper location tayo at proper time. Kasi we are built na ganun yung time zone natin, na ganun yung location ng dapat pagtulog natin. So yung body natin, hindi siya na, kumbaga, parang brain natin, nagiging, di ba, kapag ka yung galing ka sa breakup, kasi sanay ka yung tao kasama mo for the longest time, tapos biglang naghiwalay kayo. So ngayon, nalilito ngayon yung brains mo. Ang breakup pala, kapag ka nag-break kayo, para ka din dyan natusok ng karayom. Same lang din yung reaction na ginagawa ng utak mo. Alright? So, ganun din yung sa sleeping time natin. Parang nagkakaroon ng haywire. Kumbaga parang nalilito kasi siya. Alright? So, kung nagugulo, nagkakaroon ng mix of energy, dun tayo nagkakaroon ng mga bad days. Alright? So, that's why it is very important as well na tingnan nyo rin kung ano yung meron, kung tama pa ba yung ginagawa nyo, kung saan kayo natutulog, kung saan kayo kumakain. Then, third tip is, eating habit. Dito medyo guilty ako dito. Sino sa inyo dito yung kumakain 1 hour before going to bed? Or 2 hours going to bed? Or 3 hours? Ako, guilty ako. Kasi, yung mga nakaraang araw talaga, hindi ko alam, pagdating ng alas 12, nagugutom ako. So, kumakain talaga ako. So, hindi pala siya okay. Kasi when you eat, so tendency is, okay, you thought you're sleeping? No, you're not. So, after you eat, akala mo, natulog ka, akala mo, you're sleeping. Your body is not actually resting. Your body is not actually sleeping because your brain is working. Inuutusan niya si Chan to digest whatever you ate before going to bed. So, yung mata mo, nakapikit, nakarelax, ikaw, akala mo tulog ka. But your brain and your stomach, they are working still. Siyempre, kapag nag-digest si stomach, pupunta ngayon yan sa intestines. And then, ngayon, anong gagawin ng intestines? Ikakalat niya yung vitamins o yung ano man yung nutrients o ano man yung nakukuha niya doon sa food na yun. So, gagana pa rin yung katawan natin. Hindi pa rin siya nakakapagpahinga na maayos. Alright? So, eto. Also, ano ba nakalagay dito? Sabi niya dito, the slower you change your habit, the longer the habit lasts. Akala natin pag minadali natin, mas magiging permanente yung habit natin. Alam mo, naniniwala ko dun sa 2190 or 2190. Basta yon na gagawin mo yung something na to. Ako, ang ginawa ko naman is working out. Hindi ganun kaganda yung katawan ko, hindi ako ganun ala akong abs, pero hirap kasi ako sa diet. Masarap kumain eh. Sarap kumain ng rice. Pero yung sa yung ginawa ko is first 21 days talagang workout. Doon ka nagbi-build ng habit. Tapos hanggang matapos mo yung 90 days, doon ka na nagbi-build ng lifestyle. Hindi ako sinasabi na everyday nagwo-workout ako, hindi ko sinasabi yun. But mostly, talaga, naging habit ko na siya na parang ang tamlay ko pagka hindi ako nakapag-workout. So, totoo siya. Hindi mo kailangan madaliin yung isang bagay. 'Di ba? Parang sa relasyon, 'di mo kailangan madaliin 'yan, 'di ba? Kailangan dahan-dahan para makilala niyo yung isa't isa. So, pag nakilala niyo yung isa't isa, then the longer they will last. Alright? So, minsan kasi, bugso ng damdamin, mahal kita, gusto kita, magsama na tayo. Tapos yun, under one roof, nagkakitaan ng mga ugali na negative, ayun, naghiwalay din. Di ba? Alright? So, tip number 4 is the quality of your bed. Hala siya. Pati pala yung quality ng bed meron. Maybe that's the reason why before. Kasi I have back injuries. I have slip disc. Kung ano-anong mga sakit na meron ako sa likod. Diyos ko. Dahil kaya kailangan ko talaga mag-workout to improve also my health. Pero before kasi, when I wake up in the morning, sobrang sakit talaga ng likod ko kasi bawal talaga ako mahiga sa masyadong malambot, masyadong matigas. Kasi na yung ugat ko sa likod naiipit siya kasi wala na akong yung in betweens, wala na yung dito, yung nakaipit dito. So parang buto-buto na lang yung nagdidikit ng ganun. So pag matagal ako nakagano, nagdidikit sila ng todo, naiipit yung ugat. So sobrang sakit talaga. So hindi lang pala para sa akin yun, para din sa inyo. So ngayon, buti na lang ito si nanay, ayaw niya yung bed ko. Yung bed ko kasi na to, gift niya sa akin to nung birthday ko. Ang tagal na nito, 2013 niya pa ata ito niregalo sa akin. So sabi niya, ayoko ng bed na yan. Sabi niya, mapalit tayo ng bed. So, pinagpalit niya yung bed namin. Tapos, na-notice ko, every morning, hindi na sumasakit yung likod ko. O, diba? So, tama talaga yung sinasabi ni Jay Shetty, no? So, sabi ko sa inyo, may mga aha moments ako dito, eh. And according to study, it reduces back pain by 50%. Eh ako nga nawala talaga 100%, di ba? Pero sa according to study, 50% yung mawawala kapag okay yung bed mo. Kasi daw, we spend most of our time sa bed, di ba? Kasi, hindi, i-chop-chop nyo yung oras niya sa isang araw. Di ba? Longest time talaga nakahiga ka 8 hours. Sabihin na natin, 6 to 8 hours for adults. Di ba? Here also, let me just remind you again that sa dami ng mga tips na binigay niya, Jay Shetty is not asking us to do all of those tips. Just pick one. And let's see kung ano yung magiging mag-work sa inyo. 'Di ba? Kung ano yung magbe-benefit sa inyo. Just choose one tip na binigay siya sa atin and then try to do it for 5 days. 'Di ba? And then, don't drink water before bed at least 1 to 2 hours before bed daw. Kasi, tendency is, pag minom ka ng maraming tubig, mag-iihi ka. So, ma-disturb yung pagtulog mo. Masisira na yung sleeping pattern mo, 'di ba? So, kaya pala, kasi ako mauhawin ako. So, minsan talaga bumabangon pa ako sa gabi para uminom. Tapos, pagdating ng madaling araw, tumatayo ako kasi naiihi ako. So, ngayon, tatry ko ngayon yon. And, next, reduce gadget before sleep. Ari ko. Instead daw, get a book. Well, I bought a new book. This one, sa Lazada naka-sale kasi siya. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. So, yeah, bago ako matulog, instead na cellphone yung hawak ko, ito yung ginagawa ko. So, medyo nasa page 29 na ako. Maganda siya, guys. Basahin nyo. Wala akong commission dyan, pero maganda talaga siya. So, ito matatapos na tayo. And, this one is write good or thoughts of gratitude. Yun na nga, yung mag-thank you ka before you go to sleep. Ako ginagawa ko to. Ay, dito pa ata yun eh. Hindi ko andun. Meron ako doon sa isang parang planner siya. So, nila-write down ko talaga doon yung mga kahit simple lang. Thank you sa kape, sa araw na to. Thank you kasi nakausap ko sa ganito. Thank you kasi ganito yung ulam ko. Alam niyo, anything. Thank you for the air that I breathe. Thank you for the bed. Thank you for the food. Kahit 5 lang bago ka matulog. It feels different. Promise. Also in the morning, when you wake up in the morning, thank you, Lord. Umuulan. Salamat, Lord. Umaaraw. Oh, salamat, Lord. Gloomy. Salamat, Lord. Nagising ako. 'Di ba? Thoughts of gratitude. 'Di ba? Kasi sabi nila kung gusto mong mas maging successful sa buhay mo, gusto mong maging mayaman, gusto mong yumaman, mas madalas ka dapat na magpasalamat. Thought of gratitude. Even Steve Harvey, sinasabi niya yun. Gusto mong mas maging mayaman ka, thoughts of gratitude. In the morning and before you go to sleep. Well, like for example, hindi ko naman sinasabi na i-avoid nyo yung when you wake up. I-avoid nyo yung mga negative thoughts. Kasi nandiyan naman talaga siya. Like for example, traffic. Ay, yung mga pumapasok ngayon, traffic, kakainis naman. Ay, bad trip ka na. Why not change it into something good? Thank you, Lord. Kasi, alam ko, traffic ngayon, but at least may trabaho ko. Diba? Something good. You change it to something good. You accept the negative, but be grateful kung ano yung meron ka. Diba? In a good way. At least hindi naging negative yung sentence mo. Pinaraphrase mo lang siya instead of saying na, ano ba naman to? Pasok mo naman ako sa trabaho, yung traffic nga. So, paraphrase. I know it's traffic again, but thank you, Lord. At least I have a job. Diba? Tapos, ito. Last tip is, ito, taking a shower or bath before you sleep, if you can. Kung kaya mo naman, gawin mo. Kasi nakakapag-refresh siya ng utak, ng katawan. Yung buong araw mo na pagod ka, iba talaga yung dating pag nagkaroon ka ng, pag nag-shower ka. You feel clean, diba? And, eto, always bear in mind na sleep, parang common lang kasi yan. Binabaliwala natin. But that is very important. right? So, yun, thank you so much. I hope meron kayo natutunan. I'll try to record the next workshop na magkakaroon kami. That will be later na naman, 1 a.m. But at least, di ba? Kahit na madaling araw siya, pwede naman ako manood ng replay, di ba? So, yun, thank you again for watching. I hope you learned something from the workshop that I attended from none other than Jay Shetty. If you want to know who Jay Shetty is, you can Google Jay Shetty. And really, he's an awesome guy. Thank you so much. Peace out.